So we have really interesting news today. Nightwing here with JTH.
I like how we every once in a while announce our names.
You have to do that.
Yeah, but we're not doing it every video. It's like every other like 3 videos we do it.
I don't like you. All right, so we'll get over the smaller news first. This kind of just gets out there. Froggen to Golden Guardians potentially.
Potentially. Oh wow, what a team.
Jacob Wolf reported it. That means it's guaranteed gonna happen. You know?
I'm sorry, Thorin is gonna have a heart. Like he's gonna have a heart attack, dude. He's like. I remember
it was
the day
actually
before
a joke. It was actually a joke that when he said to Freaky he had a team, it was actually supposed to be a joke, you know, about off-season rumors to blow
up. What I'm
saying
saying is Thorin essentially the day before this was announced made a video talking about. He made a video talking about what is it called? He said, "Man, I just want Froggen to be on a good team. I just to be on any good team." And like he thinks that the problem with Froggen is he hasn't had a good team around him.
And this is gonna make it so much better. His argument has just gotten further better.
Let's be honest. The team doesn't look like it's gonna be last place.
Okay, he did have one good team, and that was Alliance, because that's when he won a split though. Okay.
Well, the team itself doesn't look terrible. Like they've
got talking about Alliance or the new ones he's gonna have.
To do what he did. I mean, if he goes to Golden Guardians, they have Froggen, they have Deathly, they have
Matt, Lorlo, and Contracts, who still might be switched out. Because we saw the Smoothie news, which you guys are gonna talk about.
I'm trying to like make this better, but like that doesn't sound like a good team. Like Lorlo is gonna be
Could you imagine that? Like I don't know honestly. But my first initial thoughts of Froggen going there, just upgrading over. There was Bobachin, Deathly, and High. He's better than all 3 of those players.
No one's saying that he's not an upgrade. We're saying is his talent wasted there. Which
can he shot call and carry this team like he did back in 2014 summer in EU?
We've already seen him attempt to do that with Echo Fox for 2 years, and did that work out?
There might have been players that just didn't listen to him. Because remember, the Alliance players listened to everything he said, and they were super successful.
Froggen essentially was trying to hard carry that team, so he would sit mid, try and farm, while his team fell
playing
apart.
In Nivea.
Broke the CSing in 1-game record because he had to.
Oh, the Dignitas game.
That
was terrible. What a terrible game.
That was a fun game. I was excited.
Billy Boss should have been taking turrets.
Don't ever bring up Billy Boss like that again.
So that's the easy news, kind of. That's kind of the wait though. If TSM this is the big one. So you guys have already seen this already. Smoothie is now confirmed for TSM. So as an ex-C9 member, I'm actually happy for him. He gets to go to another big org where he can continue his legacy. I think he's best support NA is one I've ever had, technically. Come on, accolades, MVP candidate, just seeing his mechanics.
He is not better than Aframu based off accolades.
Based off accolades, no, but
people based off mechanics, probably not either.
I mean, I think he is.
He is not better than Aframu.
I think his shot calling is cleaner. I think
no, he's not.
He understands the game at a scope of a lot better.
I think that is a stretch in every aspect. Aframu is by far and away the
most. Been way more successful than Aframu has.
He's
even not like
Aframu got 2nd place at MSI.
He's counting Worlds, and Smoothie has been more successful.
I just don't think
top 8 finishes.
He has won at Worlds more often. I don't deny that, but saying that he's been more successful in terms of just most. Let me think. No, I just don't see why you're basing.
Aframu has 2 splits in MSI, 2nd place finish. Smoothie has 2 top 8 World finishes.
Okay.
So I mean, those can kind of go either.
I don't put him on the same level as.
And
Aframu
1 game away from being semifinals against World Elite. So I mean.
Oh, you mean the games that they choked?
Hey, you don't talk about that here. But I think so. First initial thoughts of TSM with Smoothie.
I think that it's an upgrade, but I don't know what they're gonna do with Sven now. It's only an upgrade if Sven stays.
Sven Smoothie bot lane. That's easily maybe top 3 bot lane. Maybe
I don't know anymore with all these hardcore bot lanes in NA now.
I don't think they'll be losing anytime soon though, but that's weird because why would they have Smoothie? That is so off. Like that makes literally no sense. Like to have him is better, but what would Mithy be doing? Like going coaching or going like? Because remember Zix came and all these that random tweet from Sven came where it said it was complicated. And now they have Smoothie, so maybe he's working.
That's what kind of throws me off because he said that. So I'm assuming they're keeping Sven because he even tweeted that. But I don't know if Sven's willing to part ways with Mythic.
Bjergsen, the Fnatic, that rumor. Oh my god.
I mean,
can you imagine TSM fans would be if Bjergsen left for Fnatic?
I mean, I think Bjergsen has built his name off this brand, and he would get more flame than Caps did.
Which might be coming true because Perks' solo key records say otherwise. I think this is an upgrade. I think this is fine for them. He's a really good support. He's always been an MVP candidate. He's always been really well. Shot calling is just exactly what the TSM needs. But that's the problem. They did this before. They always did this before. These support shot callers come over and they don't listen to them. What's the point of bringing a shot calling support over? They're not going to listen to them. You can hear their comms. They're talking. No one's just listening. Remember that there was a episode where
Smoothie is rarely ever been the lead shot caller on his team. Remember?
he does give a lot of information.
Yes,
though.
he is not. This is why it kind of threw me off that you said that about him in terms of Afro. Every team member should be feeding him for information.
Oh yeah, but like,
he's been a shot caller before. I know that.
What's the point of like getting shot calling supports? This is the third one in a row.
Again, I'm gonna say this is not a shot calling support. He is an informational support.
But what's the point of getting them if they're not going to listen to them? Because we saw Mithy say he was telling them what to do and they weren't listening.
I'm going to say this. He is not going to be shot call. I don't think he's going to be shot calling on the team. I think his biggest portion of what he's going to be doing. He's shot called on C9 before. I don't deny that. But
if he attempted to do that on this team, would it work the same way?
I don't think he should shot call. I don't think he's. Let me think.
But just leave.
They've been doing well with like their shot calling, though has been terrible. I think their biggest problem has been just laning, honestly, recently.
Making their junglers wards.
Like their junglers have been terrible.
Wards.
Hanser pretty much fell apart in the second split.
Yeah.
Their bot lane was feeding the entirety of the playoffs.
Gosh.
Bjergsen's not
they
dominating.
Barely beat Echo Fox. Yeah. Like barely.
Bjergsen's not dominating as hard as I would like him to, but that's kind of asking.
I mean that's gonna happen. He's gonna have a bad split eventually.
Yeah, he did. I'm gonna say that was just probably a bad split. But I'm just saying all around, I think even if he comes and I don't think he should be the lead shot caller. I think he should be a secondary.
Because we saw that as a problem with C9 because he was the main shot caller.
Did they not pass off shot calling rights to Hanser though?
But that was only during the spring 2017.
I think
Turtle though.
What I'm saying is I think that's as of right now. They were trying to have him lead as the shot caller, which I don't think. I think top lane shot calling is probably the better. I think that's the most optimal way to have a shot caller. Because they can lead on the TPs. They usually are the engaged types.
But on the TSM Legend episodes, every time I hear them in comms, he's not really talking as much, but he gives a fair bit of information.
What we could think about is there is still Meteos, and Meteos is an absolutely great shot caller.
Big Daddy Grig.
I think they should pick up Meteos, put him as the shot caller of the team.
If they grab Meteos, that means they have two of XC9 players that was a rival or years ago.
What I'm saying is
funny.
They have Hanser.
They would, because they still have the whole contracts rumor too.
I don't think that's a good pickup. I think that's a waste of their time.
So potentially the roster could be one of two iterations.
Yeah, I mean,
Hanser, contracts.
No one's even talking. Meteos isn't even talking to anybody right now, from my knowledge. So,
or you would have Hanser, contracts, Smoothie, Bjergsen, and Sven. But where does that lie with Mithy? Mithy does not want to play on Academy.
I think Mithy is either going to coaching or both Mithy and Sven are leaving. I think that one. I mean, like I said, esport teams deals. People can. Let's base off of who's the better shot caller out of. Let's just base off their strengths. Mithy is the better shot caller.
Would we have to look at like his past teams to do that to base for Mithy?
Well, of course.
Yeah. So I mean, on G2,
no one's
Mithy was the main shot caller, and they won 3 splits in a row. So
and I believe he was I think
Perks, I guess, kind of. No, because Perk said he didn't have to be the captain with Sven and Mithy there, remember?
Yeah. What I'm saying is, I think the main shot caller of G2 obviously was Mithy. It's been said that he's been the shot caller of most of the teams he's been on. So I think, in terms of just shot calling prowess, I think he's better than Smoothie on that aspect.
But in terms of mechanics and being an overall player,
obviously in Smoothie's favor right now. Mithy's been
like an overall. As just an overall player, Smoothie's better for an upgrade. And he can bring the shot calling aspect. That's the good thing. He can bring that.
You keep saying this, but I don't like his shot calling.
But he can.
Every time he's been the lead shot caller, it's his C9's not been good.
I understand, but I mean,
what I'm saying is,
what if he shot calls around better players?
What if he just feeds information like he did? I like when he's the secondary shot caller. I don't like him as the largest. I don't like him doing. Yeah, I don't like him as the largest sportsman of the team. I like him as a secondary shot caller who's feeding information.
When he was the largest voice in the team, he was an MVP candidate too.
I don't think that was. I think he was that.
He was in the running, I guess, but just on paper, this is an upgrade.
It is an upgrade in my mind, and I think that it
can bring a big voice to the team.
I think he should be. I think he would be better if we just Like, I don't think Bjergsen's allowing anybody to be the shot caller, so just feed information to him and try and get him to shot call better. Or
Yeah, because people aren't going to listen to the support. This is the third time in a well.
It's not
technically
people.
It's the second time in a row
it's
third time in a row. Second time in a row they haven't listened to the support talking. That's what I should say.
What I'm saying is it's not people. It's Bjergsen. Bjergsen is the biggest from what everybody's saying. He refuses to fully listen to the shot caller of the team.
I mean, wasn't there the game where Grig was telling them Echo Fox was going to backdoor them and none of them listened to him? They're all scattering, making decisions. He's like, no, he's going to backdoor his Gnar. Like, what can you do if they're telling you the right thing and they're debating, like, your teammate, I'm like, hey, dude, they're going to win this game if we don't back right now.
What I'm saying is their biggest strength this year...
literally not listening.
Their biggest strength remember they were succeeding in the spring split at the very end, and I think
they won four games in a row, and they won a couple tiebreaker games too.
Yeah, and it was based purely like they had some good clean map movements, but obviously
like,
I still
that's
think
that's what people were expecting out of them. That in the spring split was what they should have been.
Yeah,
but dang, I don't know what's gonna happen. I think Sven and Mithy will just go back to EU since they have franchising now. That's my opinion. Maybe Mithy does go to coaching, but I don't think he wants to do that though. That's a problem.
I'd like for Sven to stay on TSM, to be honest. I think he's still a good ADC.
But who would they even get for ADC though? If Sven doesn't.
Do you want me to put this out there?
Sure.
You already know. Yeah. He is a non-import. They literally, if they imported him, they have an import spot. I mean, if they brought him on, they'd have an import spot for jungle.
They could be trying. Oh, I forgot about him too. Broken Blade.
No.
They could be potentially trying to work in Broken Blade right now.
If they're going to work in anybody, I think it should be a jungler. I think their weakest point is obviously right now still the jungle.
Their weakest point's been jungle for...
I mean, like, people can say support, but it seems like they've already fixed that. So I'm gonna point out... I'm going to say 100% that I think the weakest point is jungle now.
So the funniest thing, we were talking about Solo yesterday.
Don't talk about him.
Gosh. And today, Apollo, Hakuho, and Solo are transferred to Echo Fox.
Apollo, Hakuho are solid bot lane, but they're not world class. Solo's terrible.
And then right after that, DeMonte has been saying...
But it just seems like they're switching rosters.
They're just switching rosters. So, okay, we got to flip this over. Okay, so Echo Fox would have Dardoct, Solo, Apollo Hakuho, and an unknown mid laner.
What I'm saying is I'm excited for DeMonte.
Clutch Gaming would have DeMonte, Huni, right? And
that's all they...
That's it, right?
I think that's all they've confirmed so far.
So yeah, because they switched. Or are they gonna have loss? Or is Clutch gonna get lost? Is Clutch gonna get lost? Because that'd be really interesting if they did.
You know what'd be interesting? If they grabbed somebody who's not an import.
I'm trying to make sure I didn't forget anything before we go on this topic.
Loses them their last import slot on Lost, who honestly wasn't terrible, but he wasn't extremely impressive.
I just didn't think he... See, with the import slot, you got to be really selective about those. You can't just be using them on Oceania ADCs, man.
Okay, the way it's going to function is they have somebody who's going to require resource to stop. I don't like Huni on tanks. He can play them, but I prefer him on carries. So
but he functions better as the main character.
I think DeMonte is gonna have to either function as he's either gonna have to learn how to be a supportive mid laner and just take less resources. It's kind of hard to. Mid lane always takes more resource. Like top usually has the least resources out of all the solo and all the laners. So I'm gonna say that it's probably they're gonna have to figure out if they can find a supportive ADC, like I see the problem is I don't like supportive ADCs. They're still gonna have to become the carry later on in the game.
That means they're gonna be on like Sivir duty and stuff.
Yeah, but Sivir is the best scaling ADC in the game.
That also depends if you're not feeding your balls off the Sivir too.
I mean, she still scales well regardless of how hard you feed.
Yeah. Okay, so my first initial thoughts of this going to Echo Fox. These are all clear downgrades.
We saw how
the only not downgrade is Apollo for Lost. That's only not downgrade.
I mean, Hakuho played better than Smoothie that last split.
I don't know about that.
That's true. That's honestly the truth. I don't like Smoothie's last split. I didn't like Smoothie's split before that. He just didn't play last year.
I think, but on paper, those are just clear downgrades, except for the ADC part. Like, Solo over Huni.
Hey.
Yeah. When Hooney doesn't do well on a team, like for the whole year, he just leaves it. So expect next year if he doesn't do well, he'll just leave the team too. So
I really
he just
want
constantly
to.
switches teams. He needs to just focus on one team and try to. I don't know. I think it's better for to do that, but
I think if we just I want somebody to pick up Piglet. I still think he deserves at least some sort of
you're not
starting.
gonna not for that in every single video.
I have to.
Yeah.
Like the thing about it is he should be a starter on at least one team. He's definitely.
Oh, he could be a starter on. Oh, that's the last bit of NA news. We'll go over in just a second. But Cody, I think Piglet can function on. Optic need an ADC.
Does Optic even have a team?
Optic need an ADC.
I thought they were leaving the
I don't
LCS.
even know at this point.
We'll see.
A bit of news people probably gonna expect it from us since we did 100 Thieves as our first video. Cody Sun is probably gonna sit out for 2019.
We have no knowledge to that, so I can't really say anything.
Oh, he tweeted about it.
Did he say that?
Yep.
Really?
I have to go find it. I read it before I actually came here. He tweeted about I'm probably just gonna end up sitting out for the 2019 year or just the spring split.
I just feel like that's the end of his career if he does that. He just has no.
He's gonna try and find something on Academy potentially.
He has nothing to fall back on. He has no past performances that he could say, hey, you want to look at this? Like he's had some good splits.
Hey, look at my Tristana insect play.
Man, God, that was one of the saddest things in existence. What was that?
That was a part of the video. Someone edited that in the video, and I was like, "Dude, it was terrible."
Well, don't try and impersonate edits, please. That was uncomfortable for me.
Okay, so we have some EU news we could go over later, but that's yeah, because he said it in the tweet. I was literally reading it before you actually came. But what do you think about that? When you just, I'm gonna bring it up in just a second, but it would suck if he just sat out.
I think he's good enough to be a starter on something.
Where's the tweet at? Did he delete it? It's literally here when I was reading it.
His biggest problem is he's weak. He's weak mentally. He gets broken way too easily. If he doesn't fix that, he's useless to any team because he'll never survive on the main stage.
Like who's gonna want a person? He goes 100 Thieves. Then they say he had a difficult personality and stuff like that. Oh, found it. All right, Cody Sun. Unfortunately, it seems I will not be playing in the LCS next split. He wrote a tweet longer on it too. Unfortunately, it seems that I will also not be playing in LCS next split. Last few months have been rough, but I'm not giving up. Currently exploring my options in Academy and other regions. Thank you guys for supporting me. Seems crazy that he went from being a huge part of 100 making Worlds to then being benched all of Worlds and now not even being in LCS.
He has the
bottom part, guys, is a Reddit person. He did not write that. Okay, just want to get that out there.
I just think he's been a huge, he's definitely an NA talent in terms of NA ADCs. I think that better ADCs than him are Sven. I think. Sven.
Here's what someone else said.
Wait,
wonder if this is one of the people that applies to, since it was mentioned over the season that Cody Sun is hard to work with by people like Loco.
Don't listen to Reddit comments, dude. Come on.
Oh yeah, you're right. This is just fun. So I mean, so what? Now that I've proven it's right.
What I'm saying is, you didn't have to prove it to me, or I was right. I believed you. What I'm saying is Sven's better than him.
But is this really surprising though? I mean,
he would not be in the top 5 for ADCs to be honest. Sven, Double Lift. Who else is
Bang
there?
here now.
Bang here.
Sneaky has possibility to be good too. Like Sneaky's been better than him for a bit. Like the world performances, like if you're losing to Sneaky,
Sneaky's not terrible. I don't want to go to that far.
I mean,
I just think
Sneaky's a bit different.
I just think Sneaky's the weak laner. So,
but overall, I think that this is not really surprising to me after this that no teams will want to work with them.
I think if he is not able to,
is he the next NA Forgiven or something?
Don't bring it. Forgiven was extremely talented. He is not on his level.
People call Forgiven overrated and Double Lift better. That irritated me.
We're not talking about this. This is not. Did you see the thing about that? Is that they're two different types of ADCs, so it's hard to compare them.
Yeah, but overall, what's your first initial thoughts of that? Cody Sun not playing next split, or maybe playing on Academy.
I think he needs to get a therapist before he starts trying to play again because he is just like he's good when he's good and he's terrible when he's bad.
Like I don't know what happened. What happened to that dude?
It's just he can't find a middle ground, dude. He's never average. He's either doing extremely well when the team's doing well. If the team falls apart, he'll never be able to carry it.
This all happened when he asked to have more resources funneled into him like Someday.
Someday was the carry. You don't ask for carry.
I mean, you have to funnel resources into your ADC.
Yeah, Someday was the carry.
Yeah.
I mean, who else was the carry on that team?
Onda spent most of his time at top lane.
Yeah, what I'm saying is there should have been resources towards Cody Sun. I'm not denying that.
I mean, because like how do they expect their ADC to win with no resources?
Well, I'm just saying, Ryu was not worth funneling resources into.
Oh my god, that was terrible. Oh my goodness, I feel bad for the dude. Cody Sun, man, it sucks.
I feel bad for him, but he still has weaknesses he needs to work on if he wants to be a starter again. He has the mechanics and he has the capabilities, but he just doesn't have the mindset.
Oh, I can't remember it. Nah, that is combined with EU and Tennessee. Okay, so Upset might be going to TSM from Schalke.
I don't like that.
Isn't that just Sven?
A worse version of him? Yes.
I mean, that's literally just Sven with a different nameplate.
No, I don't think Sven is the best late game ADC the West has seen, in my opinion. While Upset is a good ADC, I don't think they're really
insider
on the same
information that Mithy is in talks to join Fnatic.
Man, that would really disappoint me if Mithy and Sven left.
What if Sven and Mithy go to Fnatic? That'd be
good for them, yes.
Yeah, it'd be a. Wait. That means Reckless would be. I don't know. That's crazy to believe.
I mean, let's be honest.
It's almost like, why would they downgrade Hillsang?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
If Mithy goes to Fnatic, that means Hillsang's been better for a long time.
He's been better, yeah. I mean,
I don't know why they would do that on paper.
Sven is better than Reckless. Let's be honest.
Like
I think it's a downgrade in one position and upgrade in the other. I think it's worth the trade if they're willing to take it.
So TSM were supposed to be making an announcement soon from sources from about their roster because they might be getting Prey too. What if they could Prey for the roster?
For who?
Prey for TSM.
Then they're gonna suck.
Prey Smoothie?
Prey doesn't.
Bjergsen, Hanser, and
Prey's
Rick?
English is genuinely not terrible. I think
He
Prey.
can speak general English in terms of just.
I think I heard shot calling. He won't. I mean, the thing about it is, I don't think he speaks English that well. I didn't hear him speak some English words, but
yeah, because Schalke doesn't have a roster, and Schalke is like all they have is like Upset right now. That's all they got.
I'm gonna say I like Prey as a player. I don't know if Korea wants to let him go because there's still some ADC roles that need to be filled in. I don't know if he's amazing by himself. We haven't seen him play with that gorilla, so I don't know. I'm a little worried about that. But
who do you think will work better, Prey or Upset, if they pick an ADC?
I think Upset is at a better point in his career. I think Prey is probably what. Prey.
You're gonna say washed up?
No.
I think you were close to saying that.
Why would I say that? I think Prey has definitely had some success, and from what we've seen, remember, I mean, his successes at Worlds speak for themselves. I think he definitely has the capabilities. But I think if you want to go for who's at a better point in their career, do you go for immediate success with Gorilla? I'm Prey. You kicked everything on my table.
This is my table.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, do you go for immediate success with Prey? Or do you go with who I think is going to be better in the next few years after Gorilla? I mean, it's obvious. Prey
what it looks like.
Prey is eventually going to go on a decline in soon.
Yeah, eventually Prey and Gorilla, who were regarded as one of the best bot lanes, will eventually start.
They've just been around for too long.
Yeah, there's going to be. It's just like with Super Smash Brothers. They will just be better players. You know, that'll eventually come around and beat the old guys up.
That you say that, but the same players have been good for
people.
like 8 years.
And then you have it Leffen and Mango still buying.
Yeah, I think Smash
might take a lot longer to do that.
But that is a pretty bad comparison.
But I think like overall, what it seems like all these NA rosters are doing is trying to basically grab what worked with other rosters, buy them, and make rosters around them. Like we just saw a Clutch, because who was more successful, Clutch or Echo Fox?
Echo Fox.
Yeah. So, Echo Fox is like, okay, we'll take the successful players from Clutch and try to make them our players.
You know that's not what Echo Fox. Echo Fox.
I gotta make some sort of excuse,
literally.
Man.
Echo Fox is literally just they didn't get success last season, last play.
With the technical superstar. No, it wasn't superstar roster. It was their best roster they've ever built since they've been in the LCS.
What I'm saying is they spent a lot of money to get this. They didn't succeed with what should have been a world's caliber team, so they just got rid of them all, and they're probably in a final.
I think they should have just ran it back again next year.
What I'm saying is they're
with Adrian and Altec. I do not believe that they should have ran it back with the other guys they chose, man.
What I'm saying is I think they're in a rebuild system at this point. Because
I mean, Rick Fox said the org made a lot of mistakes this year. Remember how they lost like a Nero and stuff like that, and Nero's on like Golden Guardians as a head coach.
I don't care too much about Nero, to be honest.
You're mean. But I still believe that if they just kept Adrian and Altec and Phoenix, they would have had a much better year. I think that they would have been that third team to go to Worlds.
I mean, DeMonte started stepping it up, so I think regardless of if they kept him, he would have had a lot less playing time.
Mm.
Phoenix did not look good after he came back from Korea.
They should have just
He just went on a vacation to Korea, came back, and just did not look good.
Oh, you mean before he played Rift Rivals, where
Yes.
0-6 is Lulu?
I'm just saying he's not looked good.
Maybe they should have just kept DeMonte and should have just kept the bot lane.
I think the way they dropped him was terrible, but I think it was inevitable that they're going to drop Phoenix.
They should have just kept their bot lane. They had more success with the other roster than the new one they had, but that's just my opinion. I just call it like I see it. But from the NA teams, I'm still kind of waiting on the Cloud9 news. Kind of see what they're gonna do. But most of these teams are we're pretty much seeing what we're gonna see.
No, there's teams without players.
But technically, there's Optic without players. C9 hasn't.
Well, Golden Guardians doesn't really have players unless
We don't even know what the heck.
unless we're counting low and mad.
Well, they said they were building for the long term, so
They're building for no term because these players, the players they're playing, don't have. Like, honest, I'm gonna be honest, they don't have potential. The players that they're putting on their roster so far.
Guys, I swear to you, we watched this TLC9 game where Lorlo got a counter matchup and straight up lost. Like we lost bad. Like it was like when Galio could go top lane and then he could smash Gnar and Impact's Gnar murdered him. This was actually hilarious.
It's just like
That's your potential.
if they're putting, if they better not be like. I really don't want Froggen to be on that team.
Unless this is like what I said with it's just like what I said with Someday, right? You get that guy first and you're like, okay, we'll pick whatever players you want.
Why do you intend?
We'll pick whatever players you want.
Trusting me, man.
We'll pick whatever players you want. So that means he'll be like, okay, if they're picking players that I want to be around me, then that could be something like that. Like what if Golden Guardians get like Shook? Like Shook plays better around Froggen.
Why has Shook been?
Shook's been good since like 2014 summer, man.
Man, he hasn't been good forever. I don't.
But what
think
if
we should mention
they do grab Shook? What
Then they
if
will
Froggen
suck.
what if Froggen gets to choose players that he wants to play with?
I don't think he would choose Shook. Honestly,
Maybe
I don't
know.
He had some bad memories with Shook towards the end in Alliance.
Oh yeah, like no, I mean HGK.
Elements.
HGK too.
Froggen?
No, Shook. HGK,
I'm talking
Shook,
about
and HGK Ninja
Froggen.
Pajamas.
What I'm talking about is Froggen and Shook. He had some pretty bad memories on Elements.
Yeah, but people change, things change. I think the NA rosters are trying to really improve. I still think TL and 100 Thieves would be better than probably half the league, but except Cloud9. 100 Thieves and TL will probably be in contention for first and second, with maybe you having like TSM and Cloud9 fighting for that third spot. And then you have CLG, who could be a dark horse. So, I don't know.
I think C9 and TSM are obviously going to be top contenders.
Fighting not for first, though. I think I can see them fighting for like third.
We have to see if this team even meshes well together, to be honest.
We have to see if any of the teams mesh well together.
This could just be a mess. These two teams could just be terrible, to be honest.
I feel like which one out of the two do you think could be worse, 100 Thieves or TLs?
Let's think. Bang is better than Double Lift.
You're always gonna take random shots at Double Lift, but okay.
No, I rarely do. Double Lift has proven that he's probably the best N80 ADC we've had. But I think that Bang is definitely better. Aframu is better than
Wait, a support. I forgot.
Core
JJ.
Yeah, I'm trying to say that's
gonna be a fit because Core JJ in his few years of playing support has looked really good, honestly. So
yeah, it's hard to say that. I wanted to say that Aframu was better, but it's just I forgot.
Mid lane is gonna be one-sided, probably with Jensen. Jensen's never really had a problem with Huhi ever. So
I don't think he's ever got stomped though, but I think that's definitely still in.
Yeah, Jensen's never really been lost to Huhi.
Someday is better.
Impact.
Yeah,
the only time Impact has one is when they gave him the counter matchup, but that's not
I said Someday's better, and then the jungler is.
Onda and expecting.
I'm really expecting to get another jungler for until that happens. I'm gonna say that TL wins that matchup.
Of course, these teams could be just fighting for fifth and sixth because they don't mesh well together and can't play BO1s.
I would not be surprised, to be honest.
TL proved they can't play BO1s good, but Jensen offers something. Jensen offers world experience.
What is that offering a best of one? We're not. This
is now reverted into NA best of one.
We don't care about worlds right now because we're talking about just purely best of ones. If they're talking about getting into playoffs, what do all these teams offer?
What does Jensen offer to TL basically?
Jensen's
better mid laner, flexible, really powerful mid laner that they didn't have last year. So if they did go to international competition, mid lane would it be exploited? So
hard.
Hard.
I don't even understand that. What?
But yeah, I think who would you want to go to MSI if they did either win the split, 100 Thieves or TL again?
I really can't make that decision yet. I don't know if the rosters are finalized. On top of the fact that I don't know how they play. I haven't seen them make any decisions.
If you're just making a bold prediction,
I would like.
I think TL, after learning about international competition this year, would do better against it.
I would like to see 100 Thieves there. I think they have the better side lanes.
I think they have the better ceiling too.
They do. Like I think Sunday's better in top, and I think the bot lane is better for TSM. 100 Thieves.
Yeah, like if I had to choose between who would I want to MSI beside Cloud9, who's the only old org not to go yet, I would just choose maybe 100 Thieves. Let them have a shot. We gotta give new teams a shot at going. The old teams keep going, and they're just not doing anything.
TL's won once.
But what if TL go again? So
we'll see what happens. It's 2 times if they go again.
Yeah,
I think.
But I would like them to improve since they learned what they learned last year. You know.
I don't want them to go unless they change that jungler.
Smoothie? Oh, you mean 100 Thieves? Okay, then yeah, they did. That's not gonna work out too well.
Everybody's giving him some slack because he played okay at Worlds, but I still think
the games where he should have played okay against G-Rex.
He played well against Invictus Gaming once.
But you're not supposed to be playing bad against G-Rex.
Yeah, I'm talking about Invictus Gaming. He played well against Invictus Gaming.
That was kind of like more like luck.
I don't want to say luck. I mean, he was in the right spots, and I don't know.
To be fair, they did lose 3v5. I don't even know how it goes. Happened, but that's pretty much it, guys. To recap this, the rosters, you think they're okay? The upgrades and all that sort of stuff?
For most of the parts, yes. For Golden Guardians, no.
Echo Fox, I think they're going to be
last place, second to last. I think second to last because Golden Guardians.
We'll make them second.
You're giving them some credit.
Because Apollo and Hakuho aren't completely garbage.
Yes, they're a solid bot. They're literally not over the top bot lane who's not going to do well.
Now, what if Clutch get Echo Fox? I mean,
that would be kind of unfair if they had 2 teams in one.
What if they get?
They just get to play 10 players.
Dardoch? You'd have Dardoch solo, Apollo, Hakuho, and potentially Damonte.
Oh, so you mean Apollo, Hakuho?
Damonte, Dardoch, and solo.
Echo Fox gets
half of Echo Fox last year and Clutch Gaming of last year.
What I'm saying? No, that would be a full. Are you saying? What did you say again?
Dardoch
to Echo Fox or
to Clutch?
That would literally just be Echo Fox again. And we've already without the bot lane.
Yeah.
And the bot lane
the top laner. Oh no, because Clutch has Huni. Yeah.
What do you mean?
It'd be half of Echo Fox and half of.
It'd be
Clutch.
3/5 of Echo Fox, and the bot lane is still MIA, so they could probably just get him again.
2/5.
I just don't want to see that team together again. I think they could either put together a better bot lane or something.
That's pretty much it, guys. I think we ranted a lot longer than we wanted to. See you guys later. Signing out. I'm gonna go date my wife.
Haha.